Hello all, welcome to Tech Capture. So in previous video, we already seen how we can create EBS volume and attach to our EC2 instance. We also seen how we can mount our newly created EBS volume on a EC2 instance, a Linux EC2 instance. So in this video, we are going to talk about the snapshot, what is EBS snapshot, and how we can create the EBS snapshot, and what is the use of EBS snapshot. Okay, so you can see EBS snapshot in simple term is kind of a backup for your EBS volume. So if you want to take a point in backup for your EBS volume, you can just take the Hello all, welcome to Tech Capture. So in previous video, we have seen what is a EBS volume, how we can use EBS volume, and how we can attach that EBS volume to EC2 instance. Now in this video, we are going to talk about the EBS snapshot. So snapshot is nothing but you can consider as a point in time backup of your EBS value, and you can take it as a backup at any time, and you can use that snapshot to restore your backup and create a new EBS volume from that backup. But you should understand these snapshots are incremental in backup. It means, so suppose you have taken a snapshot at 12 a.m. okay, for your EBS volume, so it is having 10 GB of data. Now after 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. there is a 1 GB data added to your EBS volume, and now you take another snapshot at 3 a.m. then your new snapshot will take a snapshot only for additional data which is changed, that is a 1 GB. Okay, so it means it will not always take the full backup of your EBS volume, rather it will just reference to your previous snapshot. It will check when it was taken, and the next backup it will take from that time reference. Okay, so it is incremental in nature, and the incremental nature will save your time required for backup, and also it will save your storage cost, because this will applicable based on your S3 buckets storage pricing. But we should understand how this snapshot will work, so I'll just explain you with the example. Okay, you can see example here. So you have one EBS volume with 15 GB of size. Okay, so instead first what will happen, I will take snapshot. So this is my first snapshot, you can see here. So I will take first snapshot of my EBS volume, so it will have a full backup, so it will have a 10 GB of data. Now after some time what will happen, my 4 GB of data is changed. So change means it can be added, it can be deleted, it can be updated. So this 4 GB data is changed now. Now what will happen, so instead to, if I take a snapshot now, so it will take snapshot only for additional 4 GB, and out of 10 GB remaining 6 GB it will reference to your previous snapshot, because this data has not changed after the last snapshot. So the new snapshot will have only a 4 GB of data which is changed after last snapshot, and the last 6 GB it will just reference your previous snapshot. Now again, what happened in state 3, there is additional 2 GB data. So someone just added few files or some data which is a 2 GB, and then if you take a snapshot of that 2 GB, what will happen, your last snapshot or snapshot C will have only 2 GB of data which is changed after second snapshot. Now the 4 GB data it will reference to your second snapshot, and the original 6 GB it will reference to your first snapshot. So this is how it will work. And suppose if you want to delete any older snapshot, it will just pass that data or reference that data to the newer snapshot. Okay, so this is how it will work. So now I'll go to my cloud console. I have one EC2 instance and EBS volume attached to it, so I'll add some file there. Okay, I will take some snapshot, and I will see, I'll delete my EBS volume, and I'll see if I can restore my file using the snapshot. Okay, so let me go to the EC2 instance now. So this is my EC2 instance EBS volume. So in previous video we have attached additional volume to it with a 2 GB of size. So let me go to the storage and let me show you in storage. So here I can see there are two volume, one is root with 8 GB and additional of 2 GB is attached to it. Now let me log in SSH into the servers, and let me check what files I have available there. Okay, Now you can see I'm into my server. Let me check the file system I'm having. Okay, so I'm having this my data as my disk, so I mounted as a my data. So how I mounted and how I attached, if you want to see, you can refer my previous video. So this is in continuation to my previous video. Now let me go to the cd slash my data. Let me do ls. Okay, so I have a couple of files here. So I have 1 GB bin file, 1 GB bin.1, so a lot of files I'm having. So let me just do check the size of this file. Okay, so you can see this is 1 GB file I'm having. So let's assume this is my important file. Okay, so this is a 18 MB file, this is 1 GB file. Let's assume these are my important file, and now what I will do, I'll just create some use case. I'll go and take a snapshot of my ABS volume, and then I will delete my ABS volume. Then I'll see if I can restore my files using that snapshot. Okay, so let me go to the EBS volume first. Let me go to the storage. So this is my additional 2 GB EBS volume where my files are available. Okay, so this is my EBS volume, and I will take a snapshot of it. So I'll click on create snapshot. I'll just give the description as a snapshot 1, which will be my full snapshot, and I'll simply click on create snapshot. So let's go to the snapshot page, and now it is showing pending. So it will take some time because there is around a 2 GB of data, or the disk size is around 2 GB, but data is around 58, I think 58%. So currently it is having 1.2 GB of data. So let's wait for it. Okay, so once it is completed, I'll go and delete my disk from the console. Okay, now you can see 100% available and snapshot status is complete. So if I go to a snapshot, you will see one snapshot now, okay, and which is available. Now I'll go to volume and will detach the volume and then delete that. Okay, so this one 2 GB I'll first detach and then I'll delete it, and after that I will check if I can still access the files progress. Now I would be able to delete it, so I'll just go and I'll simply delete the volume. Okay, now let's see how I can restore that my files, as we assume that we are having important files and we have a snapshot now. Let's see how we can restore it from snapshot. So click on this snapshot and create volume from snapshot. So you have to make sure you are creating in the same availability zone, the size 2 GB. Availability zone you have to choose in B because our instance is in availability zone B, and create volume. Okay, let's go to the volume and let's see if a volume is available. Now you can see it created a new from the snapshot. So let me just click on it. Okay, before that let me show you, we still haven't attached it, we just deleted. Okay, I am not attaching. Before that I am showing you if we still can access the file. So if I do df-h, so you can see my data even though instance disk is deleted. But if I try to go in my data and do ls, it will not show you anything. Okay, there are no file, it is showing input output errors, means the disk is not attached here and we are not able to access our file. So let me go back here now. Okay, and I'll just attach the newly created volume to our instance. And one more thing I want to show you, just check ls block. Okay, so currently there is only one volume, that is our root volume of 8 GB. So let's go back and attach the volume which we created from our EC2 from our snapshot to EC2. So now let's see, it is in use. Let me check ls block, and now you can see it's attached. Let me go to the my data now. Let me do ls-ltr. Okay, so it's still not working. So what I have to do? So first I will unmount my data. Okay, so I'll just type sudo unmount slash my data. There is a typo, so it should be umount. Okay, so target is busy. So let me go outside this because I am into the same directory, and let me do that. So it's work now. Let me do df-h, and you can see there is no file system with my data now. So let me check the ls block again. Okay, and I have x vdb here. So now let me just mount it again with the new disk. Okay, so I'll just do sudo mount, okay, slash dev slash x vdb space slash my data. So it is showing it's not exist, so it is xvdb. Okay, now let's check df-h, and now you can see my data. Let's go to slash my data, do ls-ltr, and you can see you successfully recovered your file. So these were the files which you recovered from your snapshot. Now hope you understood how we can use snapshot to take a backup, and how we can restore that snapshot and attach the volume to your EC2 instance. So just try it in your AWS environment, and if you stuck somewhere, just let me know in comment section and I'll try to help you out. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you again in the next video.